Om Swastiastu. Well, if you're wondering what that is, it is a popular greeting in Bali. In this video, I wanted to share how Ugadi is celebrated in Bali and the rich Hindu culture that is still practiced in Bali. Namaskaraha, welcome to JyotishShastram channel. In the previous episode, I explained the Krodhi Samvatsara and its indications. In this video, I would like to detail the Ugadi rituals in India and outside. Ugadi, or the first day of the new year, is a celebratory event across India. Be it Shaka Samvat or Vikram Samvat or Chandramana Ugadi or Sauramana Ugadi, it is considered an important beginning in Hinduism. The rituals are followed diligently and there is a rhyme and reason to it. As any festival in India, the preparations start a few days in advance. Purchasing flowers, fruits, seasonal items for Naivedyam, Puja Samagri and cleansing the puja room. The festival day starts with a bath, usually early or at or before sunrise. The house entrance is cleaned and decked with rangoli, flowers and mango leaves. The puja room is prepped with flowers and mango leaves. The kitchen is bustling with preparations of Naivedyam and festival food, elaborate food for the family gathering. Then the family gathers together for puja. Some people follow Panchanga Shravana, where the head of the family or the family priest reads out the indications for the year. They also pray for a prosperous new year, seek blessings for important life decisions, beginnings, etc. The relatives arrive and the family enjoys a sumptuous meal that is entirely seasonal, based on the weather and also regional. The food has one food item that is prepared especially for Ugadi, especially in Karnataka and Andhra or Telangana. This is called Ugadi Pachadi or Bevu Bella. This consists of all the 6 distinct flavors: sweet, sour, bitter, salty, spicy and astringent. The ingredients go as follows: jaggery, tamarind, neem flowers, salt, chili powder and raw mango. As per Ayurveda, this balances the Vata, Pitta and Kapha doshas and detoxifies the body and gets it ready for New Year. It also helps fight infections and is an immunity booster. Spiritually, these ingredients symbolize and remind you to expect different emotions or experiences in the coming New Year: sadness, happiness, anger, fear, disgust and surprise. Hence, this dish is also called Shat Ruchulu or the 6 tastes of Ugadi, and the day typically ends with a visit to the temple. Like I said, it is the mark of a new year and is celebrated with fun and fervor. What about Hindus in other countries? What kind of rituals do they follow? I am not talking about NRIs, but I am talking about places like Bali in Indonesia. Majority of Balinese are Hindus. They still follow the Hindu culture with many Hindu temples and daily rituals. Even they follow the Hindu New Year, or as they call it, Nyepi, which as per their calendar falls on 11th March 2024 this year. Our Chandramana Ugadi is on Chaitra Shukla Pratipada, that is the first day after new moon in Chaitra Masa. Bali follows either Chaitra Shukla Pratipada or Phalguna Shukla Pratipada as their new year. That is the first day after new moon in Phalguna Chaitra Masa as per their calendar. In 2024, this new year, hence, was on 11th March 2024, that was Phalguna Shukla Pratipada. Unlike Ugadi being a New Year celebration in India, Bali treats it as a day of silence, Nyepi. It is a national holiday, but a unique holiday where Bali literally shuts down. That is, even the transport comes to a standstill. Airport is shut and people don't commute outside. Even tourists are advised to stay indoors. It is considered to be the day of reflection, fasting and meditation. This is a 24-hour ritual that they follow, and it was very interesting when this was elaborated by our Balinese guide to us during our trip to Bali. A slight deviation into Hinduism in Bali, which was very interesting and fascinating, and thought of sharing it with you. Unlike India, very few temples in Bali are allowed for public visit. And even in these temples, the Sanctum Sanctorum is allowed only for the priests and the locals can go just near it. The tourists are not allowed inside even if you are a Hindu from India. For them, the temple is an extremely sacred place and hence they do not encourage outsiders. They have a strict dress code to even enter the outer temple premises. This is a contrasting sight when we see foreigners being allowed in some Indian temples and not following the appropriate temple customs. It is believed that sage Markandeya came to Indonesia and spread Hinduism in Java and Bali. Around 800 of his disciples came to Bali to spread Hinduism. It is also told that Markandeya Rishi and his disciples built Besakih temple, which is considered the holiest and hence called the Mother Temple. Pura Besakih complex consists of around 23 temples. These temples are maintained and belong to different family groups or varnas, Brahmin, Kshatriya, etc. The locals go and pray to their specific temples. The temple is designed with step terraces and flights of stairs and ascend to several courtyards and brick gateways that lead up to the main spire of the Meru structure. This temple dates back to the 9th century. Most of the temples in Bali are dedicated to the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. The idols are not seen even by locals, and in fact, the idols are not really like our idols with clear facial features. Once every few years, these idols are taken out for their rituals and kept back in the Sanctum Sanctorum. They even keep an empty throne for their supreme god in the temple. Another holy temple that was interesting was Tirtha Empul Temple or Holy Water Springs. It is believed that Indra god caused the sacred spring here. It dates back to 962 AD and was believed to have been built by their local king. It has an interesting story connecting the temple to the epic battle between Maya, Asura and Indra. People believe that the holy spring has healing properties and hence bathe to cleanse themselves here. The spring is also used for ritual purification ceremonies. Another temple that I would like to mention here is Lempoyang Temple, also called Gateway of Heaven. Though this is a popular destination for tourists who go mainly for capturing breathtaking photos of themselves, there is a spiritual significance to this temple. Lempoyang or the mountain is divided into 3 parts. The base is where most of the tourists stop and take their breathtaking pictures. But after a steep climb, you will then reach the middle temple and then the topmost temple. Even this temple is dedicated to Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva and eventually to their Supreme Almighty. Mostly the locals visit the higher areas of the temple. There are many such interesting temples, Batuan, Uluwatu, etc. Also, another aspect we learned was that they used Panchadhatu in the foundation for their temples. Also, sage Kashyapa is revered here. In Bali's most popular monument, Garuda Vishnu Kenchana Cultural Park, they have the statues of sage Kashyapa and his wives Vinata and Kadru. Vinata, who is the mother of Garuda, and Kadru being the mother of the dragon eggs or snakes. It's fascinating to visit the 3 huge idols, the huge idol of Garuda and of Bhagwan Vishnu, and the new popular idol, that is Garuda Vishnu Kenchana, where Vishnu has mounted Garuda. By the way, Kenchana in Balinese means gold, which is very close to the Sanskrit word Kanchana. The story behind the journey of building this magnificent 121 meters of the Hindu god Vishnu and his mount Garuda is fascinating and is a structural marvel. Their Kecak dance represents short stories of Ramayana, which is performed in a few temples there. All in all, it was heartwarming to see the rich culture of Hinduism in Bali and how it was being followed even today. Be it the temples or how each house has a prayer room inside and a temple outside guarding the house and to ward off evil spirits. How the concept of Naivedyam was being followed multiple times during the day, not just in the prayer room but even outside their home or workspaces. It was definitely an enriching experience of the Hindu culture outside India. My main point here is that some of the astrological remedies are actually embedded in Balinese daily rituals. The spiritual significance of astrology is to gain inner peace through rituals, daily practices, and gain harmony. If you see in Balinese rituals and their home as well as temple architecture, they are following Vaasthu and astrology. With that, I conclude this video with their greeting, Om Swastiastu, which means may God's blessings be upon you. Dhanyavadaha.